Welcome, everybody, to the Revenue Cycle Truth Podcast. My name is Josh Beerling. Our goal on this podcast is to share engaging revenue cycle insights and content from some of the leading experts. So today, I'm really pumped because we're going to be talking about denials. And I wanted to talk to somebody who's on the front line of denials, who's doing denials day in, day out, whether it's clinical, technical, super difficult denials, whatever they are. I wanted to talk to somebody. So I'm really excited because I'm joined with Bridgett Bromann. Bridgett has a fascinating background that includes 15 years of frontline experience as it relates to all types of denials. Bridgett also leads a very good team here at Parathon, so she's involved in leading the team and mentoring the team as well. So thanks for joining us, Bridgett.
Absolutely. Glad to be here.
Great. So let's start, because you have such an impressive appeal rate, and your statistics, as you look at, how well you're doing in terms of denials, are impressive. Whether we're talking about medical necessity or just all types of denials, you're just doing so well. So I'd like to know from a high level, what is your secret sauce? Like, if you just give me some of your thoughts, the first thing that comes to your mind from a high level on what are some of the plans you put together, the methodologies you use, and that you and your team use to kind of be so successful in this?
Sure, love to. Couple of the denials that come to mind that hospitals see most frequently is, of course, your medical necessity and your authorization denials. One of the things we like to do when a new client comes on board is we review your contract, and we review the wording and have an understanding of what's in your contract. An example of this would be United Healthcare. Some of our clients, they have a addendum in their contract. It's the medical necessity addendum. And what this contract allows for is if a hospital's claim is denied for no authorization, usually those are pretty tricky to overturn, especially if there's not an extenuating circumstance behind it to, warrant waiver of the authorization denial. So this addendum, if we can prove medical necessity, the payer will overturn and pay out. So we like to, look at the contract to see if there's any provisions within your contract that will allow waivers for certain denials.
Brilliant. Go ahead, sure.
From a medical necessity standpoint, the team that I have that review the medical necessity denials is all people that have some type of a medical background. Everyone that writes my appeals, they are all RNs or have some other similar expertise. What my RNs do when they receive a denial of any kind or medical necessity denial is they will go directly to the payer and they will review payer policies. Of course, we'll also review clinical rationale letters. We will also review MCG guidelines and then compare to the patient chart and see what we can pull out of that patient chart to get these to overturn. Our appeal letters, we really brand ourselves on our appeal letters. Our appeal letters are short, sweet, and to the point. We don't like to have appeal letters that are too long, too wordy, because as you know, if the reader gets bored, they're going to just skip right over it. They're not going to look at it. So we like to make everything short, sweet, and we get right to the point and prove why it's medically necessary. We also only send enough medical records to show support of those points so that the payer is more interested. We also make our letters nice to read. We make them interesting. We tell a story. It's not just facts and details. We tell a story about the patient to get these payers to read it and be interested in our letters.
Yeah, that is interesting to me. It's kind of the thing that you don't really consider is that the people that are reviewing this are kind of human in themselves. Like, if I see an email, I don't necessarily want to read an email that's 10 paragraphs long. If it's going to really get my attention, it's got to get my attention right away, and then it's got to be kind of engaging. It's kind of very interesting to me that you guys take a similar methodology, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. We want the reader to actually feel attached to this patient and feel sorry for this patient, almost like this patient, like they know the patient. So we just want them to be interested.
Wow, such a good point. Well, Bridgett, I know we have a lot more to talk about, but I think this was a good start. And let's stop there, and then we'll pick up some other subjects in the future. But thanks a lot for your time, and I really appreciate the high level and you kind of sharing from a high level as to why you and your team are so successful. So thank you very much.
You're very welcome. Glad I could help.